Hello, my outstanding friends. This is Roger once again, and somebody just tipped me off to come up here to look at this Discovery Mysteries History posted a video to playlist. Ancient spaceship fragments found in Oklahoma. Now, this is going to go into that Waffle Rock, and I did a video a while back on Waffle Rock, and I took it right down because I was really upset at that particular time. I was going to take everything off, just take it all done. And then I sat back and I reflected on everything, and I got a new attitude. I got a new attitude. So let's get into this and see what they have to say, because I know exactly what I did say, and I think I reflected on this particular video. But it goes back, it wasn't just recently put up, it was put up, November 2020. And did I just tell you, I just contacted them about something else, my work, and they contacted me back and said, we'll take a look at it. I don't know, we'll see what happens about that. Now, hold on one second, everybody gets upset, my screen is always such a mess. Well, it's pretty well nicked up because I do that sort of nicking stuff. Here goes. It says in the manual.
We previously covered an intriguing discovery made within a forest in Oklahoma, discovered by David Campbell and his wife, while following up on a curious lead. This discovery, as previously discussed, is a compelling link to Waffle Rock, another anomalous relic we've previously covered. Embedded in the dirt where it struck the ground many years prior, numerous specialists have postulated that it could be a fragment of an artificial craft, which disintegrated in the sky. What was astonishing regarding David's discovery was the similar structure.
All right, the similar structure. Just remember this. Remember that exact pattern. Then they're going to talk about the metals. All right.
Of the object which they discovered, also partially buried and scattered amongst the woods. Possibly the debris of this once enormous craft, created using an intricate layering design of unknown metals, minerals, and alloys. Although further studies of this compelling discovery have yet to be established, it is with understandable
You see these blocks? Remember the blocks.
caution that those with knowledge of the area move forward. It must be noted that Waffle Rock, once a local landmark, had attracted a flurry of attention from geologists, scientists, and ufologists who had begun to ponder its unique and otherworldly characteristics. That was until the United States government moved in and submerged the artifact under several meters of water. The entire town, which had built up around this ancient object, were forced out to make way for a reservoir which flooded the entire area. We have therefore undoubtedly been compelled to research further regarding David's amazing discovery, also due to our extensive understanding of the studies undertaken upon Waffle Rock, and this site's similarities with such.
All right, I'm going to stop right here for 1 second. Okay, and they're sort of criticizing people for saying these are just mineral deposits. And yes, I agree with that. They're not mineral deposits. They are nucleophilically substituted biology. And I will explain to you exactly what I mean by that and give you examples. Now listen.
In the Oklahoma area for quite some time, it seems possible that the entire area is an ancient crash site of a...
All right, I'm not going to go any further with this because I'm going to show you exactly what it is. This is plant life. Now, this is different than the stuff I do. I do animal life, mud fossils. In this area, that's all I found. And I find all kinds of stuff. I found geese and humans and giants and all kinds of creatures. And I have people all over the world now sending me stuff, and mostly pictures, and, going online with them and doing, Zoom meetings, which I can go and literally do an autopsy online. And the things that I'm seeing are just astounding. And I had my stuff, DNA and CAT scan and all that stuff done. It's no question what it is, and that is no question what it is either. This and that Waffle Rock, I will show you. And I did. I commented. I think I maybe commented on this. Hold on 1 second. All right. These are cell walls in plants. Now they also have cell membranes. We don't have cell walls. We have cell membranes. Now, the difference is that these have a very structural, hard exterior that converts into metals, and I'll show you that in a second. But this is biology. This is not spaceships or any of that business. And that's what we're seeing at Waffle Rock, and that's what we're seeing all over these places, where you see these blocks, these blocky little chunks that have this kind of vascular network within them. That's plant life. Now, again, I only do, well, not only, I do whatever fossilizes in the Mudfossil way, which these did. That's what happened there. That was nucleophilic substitution. Now, that had to, what happens with the plants, it was unusual for plants to survive because normally they're going to be in a salty condition, which is the body's condition is salty. Salt waters are salty. Plants do not do well when they're dead in salt waters. They just fall apart. So the structural membranes are a little different. And if they are in big enough plants, and if they're in the right chemistry of water, which is not too salty, because if it was in the same salty water that would preserve this, it would destroy that. So this must have been a different situation of what they call internment, where how did it die, how long was it in there, what was the conditions, what was the pH, what was the chemistry, what was the transition metals, because these are the invaders, and that's why they're going to talk about metals, transition metals, iron, cobalt, nickel, zinc, copper. That's what invades to stabilize us too. When if flesh is in there, the same thing's going to happen, because these are the things that join up the two sides of the periodic table. These are just like in Never Never Land, really, because they're continuously transitioning. That's what life is all about, is transition of give me some of that, I'll give you some of this. Take that and flush it away, bring me some new stuff. Here, get rid of this and give me some glucose and so forth. And life makes fabric. All life makes fabric. And I show that in a fashion, I think I probably already showed you in this one. I've shown it 1,000 times now. It's literally, I have 2,000 videos. So 1,000 is not an underestimation. Now, somebody sent me this. If somebody could verify this, I'd like to know. And I don't remember who it was, this goes back a few years. But this is supposedly what a cell looks like. And these are the cell walls. And I know there's portals into the cell. There's no question whatsoever. And these are part of the filtration device that allows things in and keeps things out. In and out, let's say, or whatever. But look at this. I just did a video, and I just came across this a second ago, that showed something that I think it was Praveen Mohan did. Maybe it wasn't him. I can't remember. But what it was a structure. No, it wasn't him. It was a structure similar to this, with all these feeds on both sides and these little tiny things in the center, and just strange looking. And they said, and it broke right along these lines, just like that. And they said, "Ooh, that's got to be a microchip." Well, this is really, literally, I think this is true. I think this is what is inside the cells, because they just came up with a new way of photo imaging what is inside the cells, and this all this stuff makes sense to me. Now, whether somebody put this together as just a art project, I have no clue. But I do know these nanotubes, carbon nanotubes, form similar to that, and I can understand these spirals. And these are the kind of things that they're finding, these really crazy looking structures all around the earth that they have no explanation for, and I don't either. I like, see this one and this, and they are like some kind of, I don't know what they are, to be honest with you. There's a lot of work to be done to look into this. Brain cell, the universe. Well, I don't know about the brain cells anymore. I don't think there's anything coming out of them now. But maybe there's a couple here and here that still function, but not too many. Remember I showed you that cell with all the goop running around inside of it? Well, that's what the cell is. All we're looking at in here is a tiny little sliver of this membrane outer layer, which consists of an outside layer, an inside layer, and then a layer that pushes one way and one pushes the other way. And then all that's allowed through is through these channels, and that's what a membrane does. It says you can't come in, you can come in. That's what membranes do. And the stuff we have them, they're 6 feet thick. I'm not kidding you, I'll show you one right now. But the other takeaway is these are all that little goopy stuff that we saw in that cell that was just phenomenal. And you have trillions of cells in you, absolutely trillions. All right, remember they were showing the membrane top and lower. This is the top, this is the lower, and this is the aqueous, watery, fatty solution in the middle. They call it hydrophilic and hydrophobic. It means one hates water, one wants water. And that's what separates you, that's in the membrane. Well, this right here, what you're looking at, is this layer right here. From here up was this, and it's eroded away. On the wall of the side of the ocean there, where Tyson is, this is from Tyson Carlson's work out on Oregon. It's 6 feet above is this layer, and it's still up there. It hasn't eroded yet, but this layer is this layer, and it still has the holes because these are the entry holes and the channel holes, and this I think is one of these little spinner jobbers, and in the wall you can see the balls where they attach the exact same. I mean, there's no difference whatsoever. So my point is the biology is staggering, absolutely staggering. But if it's true, it's true. And it is true. And now we really have to investigate it with that eye to thinking about it in that way. Because it's just absolutely too much for people that are, that have been told this is what your geology is. If you say these things, you'll be a geologist. And it's not true anymore. It's changed because things changed, and if you don't change with them, or don't at least examine evidence that I'm supplying, DNA and CAT scans and specimens and anatomists and chemistry and all the things I've been doing for 10 years. If you can walk away from that, then you're really not doing your job. And there's words for it that I'm not going to use anymore. I've been pretty vocal lately because I've been pretty upset. And rightfully so. The kids are paying a lot of money to go to school to be taught things that just are not accurate anymore. All right, I love you all.